Hello student, my name is Kalal from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to my online lecture series of refrigeration and air conditioning subject. So today I discuss part number 3 of air refrigeration system, that is the air refrigeration cycle which is used in the aircraft system. So next cycle is a bootstrap with evaporator air refrigeration system, and second cycle is a regenerative air refrigeration system, and third or last one is a reduced ambient system. Okay, so let's start to explain bootstrap with the evaporator air refrigeration system. This is our bootstrap with evaporator air refrigeration system. How is it work? Let's start to discuss. Okay, so same function like similar from previous same previous like a bootstrap without evaporator. Just in this difference is that evaporator are used. This is evaporator are added in this system. Otherwise, it similar like a bootstrap refrigeration system. So let's start to describe how is this cycle work. Okay, let's start. Ambient air or outside air, that is at high altitude, outside air pressure is very less. Okay, is approximately 0.4 bar to 0.8 bar. This is the range of pressure of at high altitude is what, above 10,000 meters. Okay, that's why pressure is very less. So if we want to increase this pressure, we use the diffuser here. So air comes inside this cabin or duct. This is our duct or our duct system. In this compressor or gas turbine are coupled with here. So in the RAM, so this by using of diffuser, the pressure is increases with isentropically. That's why it is known as a ramming air. And then this rammed air is passed into the main compressor. Where pressure of this rammed air increases very high. Okay, this rammed air passed into the main compressor, where compressor takes place isentropic compression process, where pressure of rammed air is increased at highly magnitude. So that's why pressure is increases. But here some amount of pressurized air is passed into the combustion chamber, and some amount of air is passed into the next heat exchanger for refrigeration process. Okay, so in first heat exchanger, the heat is exchanged with the help of ram air, which comes from the ramming process. Okay, after ramming process, and then this heat after this first heat exchanger, this is supplied to the secondary compressor. This secondary compressor pressure and temperature increases in secondary compressor. So that's why we reduce the again temperature. We use the secondary heat exchanger. But in secondary heat exchanger, the fluid is used as a ram air. So in both the heat exchanger, rammed air is used for the heat exchanger purpose. Okay, that's why temperature decreases, but pressure in this both the heat exchanger is different, because pressure is very high in the heat exchanger is like a main compressor, like a compressor 1, and in heat exchanger 2 pressure is like in a secondary compressor. And then this this heat exchanger gives its heat to the rammed air, and then temperature is decreases. Here temperature is decreases, and then is passed into the evaporator. In the evaporator, water is used to take the heat from comes from the heat exchanger and evaporates. So here we obtain water vapor. Okay, now after this evaporator is passed into the cooling turbine. This is our cooling turbine, where the temperature decreases, and pressure is also decreases, because it is an isentropic expansion process. But the work obtained from this turbine is given to the secondary compression, which is coupled with the shaft. Okay, and then after cooling turbine, the air is passed into the main cabin where our desired effect is obtained, or we can say refrigeration effect is obtained. Okay, so total process is 0 to 1 is a ramming process, and 1 to 2 is a compression process, and 2 to 3 heat exchanger 1 process, and 3 to 4 is a secondary compressor process, and 4 to 5 is a heat exchanger number 2 where constant pressure heat is extended by with the help of rammed air, and 5 to 6 is a evaporator process where with the help of water, and 6 to 7 process is a cooling turbine process at isentropic expansion process takes place, and finally 7 to 8 is a cabin or desired process, or we can say refrigeration effect process. So let's draw the TS diagram for this. Okay, so this is our TS diagram. 0 to 1 process, that is a isentropic expansion without considering any losses, or this is a reversible process. But 0 to 1 days is nothing but it is due to irreversibilities. It deviates 0 to 1 day. This is the ramming process. This is our ramming process. Outside air comes into the ducts or with the help of diffuser. Next, 1 days to 2 is the isentropic compression process. 1 days to 2 isentropic compression. But if we consider the losses, so we use 2 days. If we consider the losses, this is 2 days. Okay, 1 days to 2 days. Okay, so work required to drive the compressor is more due to irreversibility. That's why we draw a 2 days. Okay, so pressure is very high here. Okay. Next, 2 to 3 days is nothing but cooling heat exchanger. 2 to 3 days is nothing but constant pressure heat exchanger are used, and the heat fluid is used to exchange the heat is a rammed air. Next is 3 to 4 process. Next is 3 to 4 process. If it is isentropic with reversible isentropic process, it is a straight line. But if due to irreversibility it deviates, that's why work of turbine obtained is a work of compressor is given to the secondary compressor is more compared to 3 to 4. Okay. Next, 4 days to 5. 4 days to 5 it is a secondary heat exchanger, and 5 to 6. But if it is we used here a boot strip with evaporator, so that's why 5 point lies here, and this is our 6 point. Nothing but this is our 6 point, and this is our 7 point. This is our 7 days, and this is our 8 point. Just changes this data. Again, I repeat, this is 4 to 5 and 5. This is our 6 point, and this is our 7 point, and this is our 7 days due to irreversibility. This is our 8. This is our 8 point. So 6 to 7. So 6 to 7 is isentropic expansion process irreversibly. That means pressure decreases, temperature decreases, but it deviates. Why it is deviate? Due to irreversibility. It is 6 to 7 days. That's why turbine work is obtained is a less compared to the reversible isentropic process. So next is 7 days to 8. 7 days to 8 that means pressure at constant pressure heat is absorbed from the cabin, or we can say that is a refrigeration effect of the cabin, or we can say desired effect. So what is the formula of COP of this, or we can mass of air just write is equals to mass of air. For this formula 3.5 Q is QTR is given, that means CP into T8 minus T7. If it efficiency is given of turbine, so it is replaced by T7. That is the same formula, just changes only temperature. Okay, just remember this formula. Every derivation is same like a first case we explained in simple air refrigeration system. Everything is same, just process are increases. That's why temperature notations are changes. Okay. Next is regenerative refrigeration system. Regenerative refrigeration system, how it work, like ramming air first process 1 to 2. Here ramming is 1 to 2 rammed air. Okay, and passed to main compressor, that is a 2 to 3. 2 to 3 and passed into the heat exchanger first. Use the heat exchanger first, and with the help of rammed air. Rammed air in the first heat exchanger supplied here, so heat is exchanged with the help of rammed air. The process of heat exchanger first is a 3 to 4, and 4 to 5 is nothing but that is a heat exchanger 2. But in heat exchanger 2, that takes fluid to heat exchange, that is a from turbine, from cooling turbine. How it is work, that is a main difference, that is a main difference. Okay, this is a 4 to 5 process. Heat is taken from the cooling turbine. 5 to 6 is a turbine, and after 6, some amount of cold air is passed to the secondary heat exchanger where heat is exchanged in this, and 5 to 6 turbine. And after that, it passed into the cabin, that is a 6 to 7 process. This turbine is driven by the with the help of cooling turbine, and this is our atmospheric. This cycle is same as a simple air refrigeration system with evaporator, but here in place of evaporator we use heat exchanger, and fluid which is used to heat exchange is a coolant air which is comes outside from the cooling turbine. This is the main difference, and this regenerative air refrigeration system is used for ground cooling as well as high speed aircraft. This is the main function, high speed aircraft, used in high-speed aircraft. This is our TS diagram for the regenerative system. 0 to 1 process is isentropic process, 1 to 2 isentropic ramming process. This is a compression process in compressor, and 2 to 3 is a heat exchanger 1, and 3 to 4 is a heat exchanger number 2. But difference is that for exchanging heat, use the fluid from the coolant air. Okay, and 4 to 5 is a cooling turbine, and 5 to 6 is our cabin effect or refrigeration effect. So mass of air is same like a QTR 3.5 TR divided by CP T6 minus T5, only changing temperature 3.5. So answer is comes into kg per second. If you want to answer in kg per minute, just replace 3.5 with the 210. Okay. Next is reduced ambient system. Same reduced ambient system. The surrounding air at high velocity comes inside the ducts or in the. This is our diffuser. This is a shape of like diffuser. So pressure is increases. Pressure increases, temperature increases, and this component work as a isentropic compression line. Okay. Then this rammed air is passed into the compressor, and some amount of air is passed into the first heat exchanger number 1, and where turbine is transferred their amount of coolant air to this ram air for heat exchanger. Then this cold low temperature air, reduced temperature air passed into the turbine 2, which is given by the shaft connected with the cooling fan. Okay, and then turbine 2 is used, and after 5 this is transferred to the cabin. In the cabin, heat is absorbed. And then through out to the outside the atmosphere. Okay, so main things is that this turbine is used here, which is compressed air. After ramming air is used here for this, and then transferred for this for here for heat exchanger. This is the main difference. Okay, and cooling fan is used here. So cooling fan is how to work. This shaft is rotated and the turbine work is obtained. So the main function of this reduced ambient system. It is used in a supersonic aircraft or rocket. Okay, this is our diagram of the reduced ambient system, and this is our TS diagram for reduced ambient system. 1 to 2 days is a ramming process, that is ideal ramming, and 1 to 2 days is equals to actual ramming process. If it is irreversibilities is there, so that's why denoted by the dash line. Similarly, 2 days to 3 is a ideal compression, and 2 days to 3 days is a actual compression in the main compressor, and 3 to 4 is nothing but heat exchanger process, and 4 to 5 is nothing but it is a cooling turbine. 4 to 5 is nothing but it is a cooling turbine where temperature and pressure is dropped in the due to expansion. And 5 to 6 is our cabin, but irreversibilities are there, that is 4 to 5 days. There is 4 to 5 days. That's why denoted by the dotted line. Okay, and 5 to 6 is our refrigeration effect or desired effect. So efficiency of this COP is equals to RE divided by compressor work, or we can say 3.5 into Q divided by work of compressor. Okay, this is our COP formula. if we want to calculate the mass supply air is equals to Q ton, TR is equals to 3.5 divided by CP, air refrigeration effect T6 minus P5. If irreversibility is there, that means 5 days is used instead of 5. Okay, this is the main formula. Okay, so TS diagram, the main question asked in the exam is only the main function, how it is the cycle work, the layout diagram of the all the 6 types of system which I explained.